responding to someone. But we should be getting into this one pretty soon, so here's the game. All right, NRG versus Akimbo. We're going to start things off with a knife round. Kind of lost. There we go. Okay. Sorry for the freeze there. Got it all wrapped up, though. And Akimbo will take down NRG in the knife round. Ooh, someone's going all in on the channel points prediction. All right, so we have NRG starting on the T side. We have Akimbo starting things on the CT side. And let us dive right into it. So you are stuck with just me tonight on the microphone, but you do have my fiance on the sticks, and you have Hex opening things up with First Blood. N2O, ooh, not able to answer back. Already the double entry for the NRG side, but Akimbo starting to get rotated over already. They've got Cameron sitting down low here in elevator as more of their teammates fall. Bro just going to crush in from above. And it's just Obi left standing in the 1 versus 5. NRG trying to approach from lots of different directions, and it's going to be OC to close this round up. As for the Party Astronauts, unfortunately, I don't think anybody is streaming it tonight. So you're kind of stuck with me. I mean, you know, I know I'm the second choice over here, but, you know, I do my best. Thank you for the followers as well. I do see a few of you popping in, so I do appreciate that. And NRG just going to bust. No, it's all good. It's all good. NRG going to be busting out here with the rifles. We got N2O boosted up on the head of ZY. Playing for some interesting stuff on Cat. If NRG dare to go into lower tons, Obi trying to push them, but not going to be able to. Just going to be shoved over by Bro. NRG really trying to abuse these long angles with the rifles that they've got. Really trying to force these pistols into some unfavorable situations. Flash goes out. Easy tap by George. And this is feeling like one that's... I mean... I'm pretty sure that NRG are going to have this one wrapped up. We did see a pretty crazy round out of Bro on the Deagle last night, so I don't want to discount the fact that N2O could 1 versus 5 with the Deagle. You got to be realistic here. I appreciate that. I appreciate that confined within. So NRG off to the races early on, but this is the first buy from Akimbo. It doesn't feel ideal. They've got the MP9 on Cameron and the FAMAS on Laxi, with the M4s for the rest of the team. No HE grenades either, so as soon as NRG start to put down smokes, those smokes will not be breakable. And with the mollies put down early on too, you have to feel like Akimbo definitely gave themselves a hard pull by to work with. The evolution of the smokes on Dust 2 has actually gotten really interesting to me, just because with the waterfalling of smokes and with the breakable smokes, you've seen people do things like get mid to B smokes that actually smoke off dust. We are going to see the aggression coming in here for the A-bomb site, and Obi actually starting one off with a double. Oh, and a triple, completely shutting out the double door pressure from NRG. N2O spotted around the smoke from Hex. But NRG have lost the bomb, and so this round suddenly gets very difficult. Laxi going to make it even worse. Headshot onto Hex, and Bro just jumping down into the crosshairs of this elevator player. So Akimbo going to answer back here. This is going to be a lot different for NRG than their last night's matchup against Worms. Akimbo will not fold when you put them under pressure. This is definitely a squad that has the capability to take down the big names. They're sitting at 10th on the leaderboard at the moment, but there's that's not to discount the possibility that they really make a run in the playoffs. Now we're going to see another brawl out long for NRG, and already Akimbo taking some critical damage, but Obi gets all the way over to Pit. Only able to take down Bro, but now responsibility on to Laxi, and Hext will fall. 3 versus 4 now with N2O on 4 HP. That's got to be a painful result for NRG. Looks like they still want to try to brawl out long even more, though. The player's still Car, and N2O still putting down heads. 2 versus 3. They do finally take him down, but the health bar on George feels like NRG trying to force the issue just a little bit here on long, and you need to watch out. Because at this point, the guillotine will start to close. We've already got Cameron holding down the lurk position. But NRG, they have enough time and enough utility to still make this round messy for Akimbo. But they don't want to start to trade rounds. They definitely want to crush any hint of momentum that Akimbo might have. So rifles and utility flipped on over. Ooh, they go before the smoke breaks, and Laxi just going to pop them both. Well, that's not what you're looking for. Akimbo even things back out at 2, and now they get the opportunity to steal that momentum. NRG down to about $2,000 a player. Could go for the force on this round if they want, but it looks like they're just going to save up that last little hint of money. They will have the buy on the next round pretty handily. About 4,400 or so a player is more than enough to put together a pretty quality buy. NRG just balling out mid now. So the question is, which Akimbo player is going to be the one to farm up the most kills? Ooh, they sneak past an N2O, taking some early heat. Well, that's going to hurt, but you're the Hopper, so, you know, only the last hit is the one that matters. It's not like a rifler where sometimes you might not hit the headshot. They'll go into the Court of Laxi and, well, bowled over. It's 3 for Laxi, but NRG are kind of like, yeah, we're just going to walk through the smoke. All good. All good, guys. This is something we haven't seen in a couple of nights. The favorite for the evening being behind. I guess we did see it with Nouns, but we can safely discount what happened in that game. We got ops out for both sides, N2O. Oh no, not out for both sides, just one for N2O. So we'll see if NRG are able to crack this defense. As soon as the weapons came out for Akimbo, it's been a tough series here for NRG already. And they're throwing so many smokes into double doors. Op rings out, but it does not hit. NRG is still looking to make their way up through Cat here, but the A site hasn't really worked out. There's 4 players on it for Akimbo, and it feels like you gotta watch out if you're NRG, because they do seem to really like this, and they're down to that 60-second mark, putting down the lurk smokes. So they're gonna walk into this stack. It's a dangerous prospect, although Nitro using the Vanguard smoke to get down to CT, but ZY will be aware of it. Does hit the shots and the doubles onto George. That drops bomb as well, and he's going back up for another, but not quite able to finalize. OC does trade one back and the second before falling down. Ooh, they need to watch out for Cameron, but Hex is ready for it. But now it's a 2 versus 1. Good kill for Bro on Alaxi, but they do need to pick up Bomb. They do grab it, but Obi is here. Might be able to salvage this round for Akimbo. Not quite. 19 HP left for Hext, and NRG will steal momentum right back. This will be the rebuy-in for the Akimbo side, but I love that they're actually pushing NRG. It feels good to see the favorites bleed a little bit because we've had a lot of really stompy games the last few nights. Ooh, big push out mid, and N2O gonna take the opening off of Cat. Captain America is already dead. Once again, Akimbo with a lot of resources sent down long. They've only left Cameron to watch the B-bomb site. Has been a solid anchor so far, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Ooh, and this is dangerous. They're walking into N2O again, and he is able to get to 1 before George trades back, but the double will be enough for NRG to open up some serious can of hurt on this A-bomb site. Akimbo rotated just a little bit too far away. All 3 players milling around mid. Obi, first one to make his way out from CT and looking for trouble on the bomb site. These nades doing a decent amount of damage over to George. Ooh, the first one to go down is OC, but Bro will trade. And in a 2 versus 2, ooh. Obi continuing to cause damage here, and George can't find the shots. They've got kits, so this is going to be the defuse. Akimbo going to win out, take the 4th round. Yeah, I think Dust 2 can definitely go either way. The rotations can be a little bit hairy, but the play patterns of Dust 2 have been so fleshed out and so played out over the years that it really kind of depends. An opper such as OC can do a lot of damage, but we're also seeing how dangerous an op can do in any team's hands. And honestly, I feel like NRG probably need to try out the B-bomb site just a little bit, which it looks like they're just about to do, but they need to do it with something other than pistols. Like, I feel like this is still going to be a little bit of a questionable push. N2O, ooh, he's got the op out. He does hit the shot onto Bro. That's already one of these pistols going down, but the Tech-9s, they're seeking to overwhelm you, and they're going to do a good job of it. 2 kills already. Hex picking up a 3rd. And that op only able to get to 2 players before this bomb will go down. Ooh, that's kind of a cool little Molotov on the site, safe from scaffolding. But it's still a 2 versus 3, and NRG have managed to recover the rifles. So this retake, not going to be easy whatsoever. And George and Nitro, Captain America, will trade this round right back. Easy does it. But I was going over it a bit in the pre-show, but NRG definitely have the more favorable win rate on both Dust 2 and Train, which we are going to train tonight, which I am very excited for that. Like, just, new Train is so freaking cool. I love it. The layout isn't as interesting as the special effects on the map. Like, the fact that we have a map that's not sunny, that is, you know, has interesting stuff going on. It's just cool. It's just cool. George over in long being a bit of a nuisance, taking down these pistol players, but they play 3-3? I mean, it's 3-4. It's April 3rd. Day month. So this is actually a 2-map series. There's no decider. It's a best of 2. So we've got Dust 2, we've got Train, and then we've got a nice early bedtime. And NRG, again, they take down the early players, and they're like, all right, we can brawl out long again. OC, gonna hit the shot onto N2O. Cameron getting popped as well. It's just ZY left alone here to try and defend against 5, but Nitro ready for him. And NRG gonna take themselves the lead once again, get back in that driver's seat, and unfortunately for Akimbo, that's a CT side economy moment because they forced up. Now they're gonna be stuck with just upgraded pistols. Not even picking up the utility. Everyone loves this Deagle, which I can't really fault them. It is really funny. Just be like, this is a Deagle where I'm just pointing and yelling at you. Man, the op headshot is one of the most excessive things in the game. How much damage would you like? I would like 5 players worth of damage. Or 4.5 more like, but it's just like 457 damage to the head with the op. It's pretty sweet. Now, only one player set up to watch long for the Akimbo side. It's Laxi. Got the Deeg out. Got it in the right position. George needs to be careful because he's been obliterated, but good trade on Hext with the AWP. He's been gifted that over for the 12 HP. Oh, this is fun. Bro is like, hey guys, B-bomb site's open and I've spotted the player rotating. Gonna get the kill on him as well, but, you know, that means that ZY now all alone. There's nobody here except the dude with a gun. His name is OC, and your head is done. Who loves Captain America? I don't know, probably the Winter Soldier. Probably not Iron Man. Sorry, I'm just over here spoiling Marvel movies. But, you know, NRG probably likes him. And, you know, anybody that's a fan of NRG probably does. Iron Man's dead. No one's ever dead in Marvel forever. They've had time to watch. Yeah, that's fair. When did that come out? 2019? Ska's Captain America? I thought Ska was just Ska. Again, I don't think anybody's dead in the Marvel Universe permanently. They're gonna go to, like, Master Kai's dimension, and then they'll wish them back with the Dragon Balls or something. Maybe they can use the Force to revive them as a Force Ghost. You know, they'll be fine. Oh, no. Obi trying to get active early on, but OC boosted up. Gonna show him what for. Ooh, they're looking for the player on Cat as well, but OC whiffs and will be punished. N2O gonna make it even worse. NRG lose Bro as well. How does that miss? Yeah, what you see is what you get. The damage, though, onto the Akimbo side, pretty substantial. N2O on 40 HP. So just a couple shots away from dead. ZY playing anti-flash, still going to get one for N2O. This Opper being a major problem for the NRG side, but they do have Hext in a position to stomp this player on B. Going to get the smoke down for CT as well. So this should allow Nitro all the way around to the B-bomb site. And Hext spots the boost. Takes down, that's the Opper finally down for Akimbo. Now Hext in a position to completely cut off his rotate. Laxi making lots of noise. And into the meat grinder of Hext. 7-4 in the favor of NRG. And they're looking like they are probably going to crush an 8th right now. It's just going to be mostly MP9s for Akimbo. So a pretty forcey, awkward buy for the end of the half. Ooh, we got a fun little spawn here for NRG. I don't know that we're going to get the B rush. But again, there's only one player here for Akimbo. If there were a round to rush B, this would be the one. Ooh, some support being called over. But NRG, they're not going to go for the direct route. No one ever goes for the direct route into B. The direct route into B is just doom. The really worrying thing is Nitro down on 33 HP. Kind of caught on his own in the corner of tons, but the nades will let him switch sides here. Ooh, N2O though, he's curious, but gets a little bit overly curious. It's the nose scope for Nitro. Now, oh, they better watch out. Laxi behind them, and there's Nitro down. 4 versus 4, but now OC more than happy to pick that AWP right back up. 4 versus 4. And NRG want to try to jump on up through Cat. There's only one player on A here to meet them. The rest of the team will be rotating on in. Laxi going to be peeking out of a long. Oh, and he's already been spotted. That gives NRG so much info. There's no one on Cat either. That's being held down by OC. So this is NRG in some power positions, but George, first one to fall. Ooh, can they do more? Hext and Bro will take their revenge. And it's just going to be up to OB, who cannot hold on. It is OC to close out the half. 8-4 in the favor of NRG. So a pretty solid T-side half. Yeah, pretty solid. But I would say that, you know, the one thing that I would really look at, aside from the fact that Laxi had a fantastic half on the Akimbo side, is N2O was hitting some really good shots. It's definitely one of those, if he didn't have the op, it kind of didn't matter. Like, he was hitting good op shots, but he was doing okay with the pistol as well. And Akimbo now starting to get dangerous, already out through long, and OB and N2O will crush the resistance. NRG already starting to rush to rotate on over, but the player car, well, Akimbo definitely have an inkling that there's somebody there. The question is, can NRG turn this around? No. Obi going to pick up his second of the round, and it's just going to be up to Nitro playing car, looking for these shots, but he's got Hext with him, and that will be enough. Now Laxi, or Cameron, the last player standing, has to go pick up bomb. That's been dropped long. That one hurts. That one hurts a lot. Oh, wait. Were those NRG stickers on the Glock? I think they were. That's kind of funny. Well, 1 versus 2. Hext on 3 HP, so definitely a dangerous proposition. Bomb picked up by Cameron, who does have... Oh, gosh. He's just going to run all the way over to the... No, he's not. Why wouldn't you run over to the B-bomb site from here? They're both long. I guess you don't know they're both long, but he does get the bomb down. And yeah, those are NRG stickers on the Glock. I wonder if those were there before he played this match, or if that's a new craft. 1 versus 1. Nitro working his way onto site. Ooh, takes a chunk out of him. No kit. There is a kit on Nitro. He doesn't have the armor. Taps the bomb. Ooh, waiting for the shots, and there it is. Nitro going to pick up his third headshot of the round, and NRG take the pistol. With the bomb plant, though, there is the option to go for the force on Akimbo. And at this point in the game, when your opponent is just about to hit that double digits mark, you do probably want to consider it. And so I do agree with the force buy here. If this one were closer to even, I don't know how into that force by I would be. Scout just ripping off shots. N2O down on 10 HP. Ooh. Oh, George switches to the nade at the wrong time. The timing. Well, he does still get the chance to back away, and this nade gonna crunch N2O right down. Ooh, Bro gets to block the smoke as well, but don't think it'll do too much good for him. And NRG, they give up the space long to take it Cat and CT instead. So Akimbo will take full advantage of that. Oh, this smoke is going to have such a gap. Threw that one with a little bit too much gusto, but it might not matter. Cameron picks up 2 on the gap. 3 versus 3. Scout still being used by OC. Well, this one feels a little bit dangerous. Smoke going to be thrown over to Cat. And NRG going to have a whale of a round. This force working out really well for Akimbo. I like the position that Laxi's getting into as well as ZY takes down Hext. George knows they're being wrapped on. Ooh, OC with the kill, though. This is going to be the save from NRG, so Akimbo, they'll take the momentum right back. Start to make things a little bit more awkward for NRG. Not going to be a buy possible by the CT side. So possibility of a comeback definitely increases with Akimbo stealing the round there. Okay, that's pretty great. The bouncing glorp in chat. Thank you for the 10 biddies, Drunken Llama. Bouncing glorp. I don't know. Who doesn't like glorp? Glorp is so good. No matter who you are, if you're on Twitch, you're talking about glorp. Yes, NRG got Bro from Astralis. Well, Bro's been to a few high-profile teams. But this one, going to be pistols for the NRG side. So we can just really quick. Bro was on Monty. Bro was on Astralis Talent. Bro's been to a few different places. Bro's actually been on Falcons. So 4 versus 4. Akimbo should have pretty full priority on this round, and I mean the 5-7 gonna do a good job at taking that right back into your control. They're still losing numbers on Cat. They haven't moved all the way up toward the site yet. Okay, never mind. NRG, they just crunch them. Well, that one's gonna leave a mark. That is gonna sting. Still a little bit of money left in the coffers for Akimbo. We'll see. Ooh, big brawl out long once again, but it goes the way of OC. And it goes the way of NRG. They repel Akimbo. Right down through Cat. They're trying to make this round fast. They're trying to make this one just as fast as possible. They're already losing a lot of HP. Bro and OC both down about halfway. So looking to make their... Oh! What a shot by Obi. Well, that will equalize things for the Akimbo side, but that was one of the 50 HP players taken down. I like NRG leaving nothing to chance here. 2 players per site, leaving mid open. Gonna give Akimbo kind of their choice on where to go. Ooh, smoke broken open, so you do get the alert coming in as Hex takes down Cameron. It is an absolute massacre on the B-bomb site. And NRG will take that 11th round. And this penultimate round should be a heck of a lot easier, because Akimbo just going to be on the upgraded pistols. Although, we did just see NRG take control with pistols, so you can never know. This is definitely a difference in style. We had Akimbo with just the singular player placed toward B and heavy A presence on their CT side. NRG going for a bit more measured, even approach. They've got Nitro as their rotator, and they've just got 3 players A. Does make it a little bit harder for Akimbo. Really hard to crack these sites on open, and Obi gonna find, well, 2 players on B is information, and that leaves OC open. Cameron takes him down. 4 versus 4. Good damage on N2O. These unarmored players taking tons of damage with the nades. 4 versus 3. George is going to be tapping away from Pit. Taking him down one at a time. They spot Laxi on Cat. That's another one to fall. And Bro, gotta clean on up. NRG with 4 alive. They'll get that bomb defused. And it is going to be 12-5. So the only question really, in my mind, is how many rounds are Akimbo going to be able to pull back on their T side, because 7 is a lot. Seven would require a whole lot of mistakes on the side of NRG. Looking at the score lines as well, I mean, you know, Hext 19-7 so far. Really carrying the team of NRG. Really doing a fantastic job, but Cameron gonna take down the first. That is gonna push NRG back just a little bit. Again, rolling out long. We saw Akimbo throwing 2, sometimes even 3 long, and really pushing NRG back. NRG, the difference in style is interesting to see, because they're offering up that space. They're letting Akimbo come to them, and then springing the trap. But they'll still get some kills on the way on in. Obi picking up Bro as well. OC with the trade. Now the question is, can Akimbo make it past OC? The answer might just be no. Cameron, next one to fall. Ooh, third one is Laxi. Does pick him off. Oh no, N2O not expecting Hext just below him. Down to the 2 versus 2. Bomb still making its way on up long. Need to go in to try to break the smoke, but they don't realize Nitro's already here. Captain America pressing, throwing his shield and breaking heads and cleaning on up Akimbo. 13-5. A solid first game. And that is going to be a pretty solidly won game by NRG. You know, there's not a whole lot of doubt. NRG, they're definitely on the upswing. I think the only big hiccup they've had recently, they lost to Chicken Coop on Tuesday, and they had stumbled versus Blue Jays in the qualifiers. But the second map of the evening is going to be Train, so I want to take a quick break while we switch the maps and head on over to that. While you wait, there is going to be trivia in chat for anyone that wants to hang out, so do check your chat window, see what the bot asks, and see if you know the answer. I'll see you in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. nearly back. Waiting for just a few players on the server, but it is starting to fill out. So I do want to say, first off, we got housekeeping. First off, I hope you enjoyed the trivia. I know a lot of his skins trivia at the moment. I'm working to fix that and add some more questions. I do want to say thank you to those that have hit the follow button so far. If you are enjoying the stream, one of the best ways, two great ways to support the stream. One, stick around during the breaks for the ads, and two, hit the follow button and come back for future streams. I cast lots of games. I am here, continually trying to improve my casting and provide a pretty safe space where people can come and watch the games and be free from a lot of the typical toxicity that you'll find in Twitch chats, especially with some of the people that are watching the games. So I hope you're enjoying the game so far. We are going to be going into map number 2 pretty soon here. I think the big takeaway from that map for the NRG side, or for Akimbo, is I feel like for CT side, they needed to put a little bit more attention to adaptation. I think that they were trying to win their initial gunfights a little bit too hard, and when that broke down, they had a lot of trouble recovering from those situations. So I think that might be the biggest takeaway for them. As for NRG, I mean, you had a very solid win, so I don't think there's much to be. It's one of those things where you can learn more from losing than from winning. But with all that being said, we do have a channel points prediction, which should be over there if I'm pointing to the correct spot in your window. Or it could be up there. Or I've heard some people put it at the bottom. So if you go to the bottom of your chat, this is where you are, right? Am I pointing towards chat? I think I'm pointing towards chat. If you look at your chat window, I guess technically if you're on your phone, chat is below me. So chat's down here. Chat's down here. Anyway, silliness aside, yeah. And if you don't have any channel points and you have not yet hit the follow button, I highly encourage you hit the follow button. It does help the channel immensely. I ain't chatting down there. Well, that's because you're not on mobile. If you were on mobile, you'd be down there. That's right. But yes, thank you to those that are hitting the follow button, that are hanging out, that are sticking around. It all helps. It all helps. And I hope you're enjoying the stream. This one. So let's see who you've seen NRG play Train against. Just out of curiosity, let's get some previous stats. So they played it versus Blue Jay. That was where they lost the PGL Astana qualifiers. They've also played it versus Marsborn. They've also played it versus Furia. Those are their 3 losses. Their 4 wins, actually, 2 of which are during Pro League, which I think is really cool. They won against Namiga and Gamer Legion. They also beat Exeritus, and they beat Boss back in CCT in February. You are very silly. Well, thank you. I did see your comment. I do have a stepmother, so don't know about that all thing, but yeah, I'm flattered all the same. I think I'm older than you think I am. Is a little bit of what's going. What is this? Hey, stop recording me. You can record me. This shouldn't be. All right. Now that we've got that out of the way, we're going to train. Again, as I'm saying, it does feel like NRG have a pretty solid chance to win. Akimbo don't have a single map posted of train in the last 3 months. And so we'll see if they have been silently paying attention. Because the fun thing about new maps is is it takes time for everybody to kind of flesh out the strategies. Although this has been a really interesting and fun season in that normally you would see would feel like months before the map would get played in competition. And now the pro scene is so interconnected that the moment a new map drops, there's already full sets of nades. Valve making their own nade sets, their own smoke lineups, their own flashes for you to just go learn in game. It's such a crazy thing to me that, there's so many resources for learning the game these days. And even with all of that, I still suck. That's okay. I'm here to yap, not shoot. So that's all good then. Looks like we are just waiting on George. George is the last one we're waiting on. So as soon as George gets on the server, we'll have a nice little knife round and get into the game. And yeah, if you're enjoying the game so far, if you are like, wow, I really want to hear this Floofies guy yap even more, don't know why you would, but if you do, I have a couple of YouTube channels down below the stream. You can see I've got my FloofysTV, which is for more edited, more curated content. And then I've got Floofys Casts, which is just all of the VODs. And I'm going to have all sorts of uncut VODs up there as I go. And the big plan is for after this season ends and when the next season starts, all of the VODs that are sitting on this Twitch channel get wiped. They're going to get wiped. You'll only have access to them on YouTube, and then we start a fresh new season. So it's kind of nice like that. But yes, NRG won on Dust 2. It was 13-5. It was pretty solid. NRG got 8 on the T side. And yeah, Akimbo were only able to get 1 on the T side. So a little bit of a one-sided affair. Going over to the other game in progress right now, I did take a quick look. That's an overtime, which is pretty crazy. Bad News Capybaras on 12, Party Astronauts on 14. So definitely a little unfortunate thing that there's no stream for it, but this was just one of those nights. Everybody was busy with other things. I wasn't, so I took this game. But yeah, we're just waiting on George. Hopefully should be starting that one off soon. I guess we can also talk about the ESL Impact season, because right now... oh, well, yeah, of course that happened. Nouns FE and Supernova Comets was happening on Parks Casts, and Supernova Comets took that 2-0, although Mirage was surprisingly competitive. Mirage went to 13-11 in the favor of Supernova Comets. On the other stream, or on the other game for ESL Impact, Ghost versus Lumen FE is 1-1. I mean, Vivid, if you want to stream it, I would say go ahead. Chat seems to be pretty chill right now. But yeah, typically if I'm streaming a best of 2, I'm going to stay for the whole best of 2 before I switch games. I'm not going to switch games in the middle. I signed up to stream NRG versus Akimbo, and so that's what we're going to do. But I get you want to see the other game, and I'm sorry there's not someone streaming it. There's been a lot of Counter-Strike going on, so it's just one of those things where sometimes it's just what happens. Sometimes we need more volunteers in North America. Sometimes we have so many, it feels like just everything is covered. Does look like we have George on the server, so this one should be starting off any minute now. And you know what? We've got a good view of one fun part of the stream, so... All All right. Perfect timing. Knife round is starting in 15 seconds. But look at this. Look at, if you ever wondered what Old Train looked like, there's a screen that shows it. Isn't that neat? It's all different iterations of Old Train. Can you like pull the camera back out a little bit to see where this is on the map? Oh, okay. So it's sitting in Brown Halls. All right, NRG on the CT side for knife round. Akimbo on the T side. They're going to go get a really quick one on N2O, but the kills are quickly being traded, and ZY now last player standing for Akimbo. Oop, there's the right click. There's the second. OC with the cleanup, and NRG will take the knife round this time around. See, whenever someone puts T2ers in chat, normally that means that the observer is not doing a good job, but I feel like Rue's doing a very good job. Is this a good T2ers? I feel like that can happen. That's a clapping for the observer. Yes, it is? Okay. And normally T2ers is like, why are we staring at a wall? But is good. All right, well, with the knife round, NRG choose the CT side, and Akimbo will sneak their way on up towards B, or at the very least towards Long Dog. They'll meet Bro, the first player here, with the headshot to open things up, looking for more. He's got 2 pistols and plenty of bullets to work with. He's got George with him, but they'll both fall to ZY. And Akimbo now looking at the B bomb site. They're like, you know what? We could, but we don't have to. Leave ZY as possibly a piece of bait, possibly an information gather. It does look like we are going to get that B bomb site. Nitro flashed up here. Lots of flashes going out. Nitro forced to fall back, but the rotation already here, so we're going to have a nice full fight, which NRG are definitely going to need the quick shots out of this one because they're going to have a full 10-second defuse on their hands. Gotta make this one, gotta make these shots count, and these long angles not favoring these pistols, but NRG not going to be given a chance to get closer without the kills, but Nitro picks up 2. ZY now the last player standing, the only one to pick off anybody, does fall to Hext, and NRG going to get the defuse here with plenty of time to spare. I'll try to give updates on the other game from time to time. All right, let's see. Looks like that game's in overtime too. Well, who knows? Maybe we'll have time to get to the other game after this one finishes. I don't know. We will see how fast this is and how slow they play. A classic 15-15. All right, Akimbo going to go full investment for the force buy. And look at the spray down through the smoke. Bro just getting in their faces as well. Definitely a painful force on the side of Akimbo. This Molotov doing a little bit, but not as much as would have thought. But now you've got 3 Akimbo players totaling less HP than 1 full HP player. W production? I think so too. Only ZY on full HP for the Akimbo side. Ooh, might go for the risky peek out through Long Dog. Laxi first to fall. Nitro with his back turned to Long Dog. This one feels a little bit dangerous. Just one wrong move in the timing. Well, completely favors NRG. So a very solid second round, and now Akimbo going to be forced back to the pistols. Likely going to be the win for NRG because, again, they're the ones that have played this map in professional play so far. I can't tell you how much Akimbo have been looking at it, but at the same time, there's nothing more dangerous than a team with no data. You never know what they're going to go for. Sometimes, you know, it's if they don't know us, we don't know us, but we also don't know us, so, you know, that's the problem. But sometimes it's you know, they don't know us, so we can do whatever we want. And that gives you a real tactical advantage. Not really turning out that way so far, although they are hitting some great pistol shots on the Akimbo side. These Deagles really coming alive here in this round. Ooh, ZY just loses his head, and, well, no bomb plant for round number 3. All right, a quick update. Bad News Capybaras are now up 16 to 15 on their first map. And if you are enjoying the stream, and if this is your first time here, and if you have not already, do hit the follow button. If you're watching this video on the YouTube, make sure you hit the like and comment, and definitely the subscribe button too. There we go. See? We got a follow. That's a good name. I'm going to push the button for the followers. Thank you for the follow. Did you poop today live? Ooh, bro bringing out the X7 though. ZY. Filled full of lead. Cameron with the trade, but will be taken down as well. Well, did you? Well, yes, I did. I did poop today. Thank you. So now, Akimbo, they've made their way out through Ivy, N2O, in a very dangerous spot, but it does feel like he has been rooted out here. NRG not going to reveal themselves to that player. But man, look at the distance. Obi super far into the site. Does get repelled by Hext, but not before getting a kill of his own. And still 50 seconds left on this. This is still a winnable round for Akimbo, even with the numbers advantage falling the way of NRG, but not if they walk into Long Dog versus Nitro. There's the spray down for the first. Brings out the nade, not able to secure the second. And it's a 1 versus 2 for N2O. I feel like I'm talking about Star Wars droids. This is K2SO4. This is N2O1V2. Maybe it's a license plate. What if license plates are droid names? I'm in a bit of a Star Wars mood today. I don't know when the last time I watched Star Wars. Akimbo gonna get the bomb down, or attempt to anyway, and they do before George able to get the kill. Well, Addison, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully, maybe you get back in someday. Who knows? I'll be honest, I don't know what you said. I often don't pay too much attention to chat unless I'm actively chatting, so. Yeah, after episode 7. See, the problem with Star Wars is they're going to start with, let's just remake episode 4, but with new characters. And then where do you go from there? There was that one, like, prequel story where they had to go get the Death Star plans. That was really good. Rogue One was really, really good, I thought. A lot of people didn't like it, but Rogue One was sweet. I should stop talking about Star Wars while the round's going on, because N2O has already been picked off. And this round, we're going to continue to unravel. Nitro just getting up close and personal. He's got Bro on top of the train with him, so he can pull out the nade. And it's already 3 kills for NRG. They're really looking at this one as like, are they going to make it a 13-0? I will talk about the game. I'm sorry. I will talk about the game. Well, sorry, I missed a little bit as I was just doing a quick message, but yeah, NRG, they bowl them over. I sorry, I got distracted for a second there. No. It's all good. Wait, what did, hold on. Okay, anyway. Akimbo gonna be back out with the pistols. Already getting burned up here, but it is a CT molly, so... DY gonna get some serious distance out, but unfortunately unable to hit the shots. N2O will trade that one back, so 3 versus 3 on the pistols, but N2O on single digits of HP. This one feeling quite difficult, and just NRG are an impenetrable wall. They've got a shield on their front, a shield on their back. Cannot stop the wall. And Hexed here to close out the round. Hey, wait, hold on. So wait. I was looking up the wall song, but it's another brick in the wall, but that's not what I'm looking for. Here we go. The Wall. Mark Henry. No, that's... Hold on. I need the lyrics. When you can't go through it, when you come to it, and you can't go through it, and you can't knock it down, you know that you found the wall. But Akimbo, they do make... I gotta remember that song, because that was the song always is gonna make me smile. 2 for 2, and Akimbo just getting chewed up here. They're going towards main in every single time. You can't go through it. You can't knock it down. No one on Earth can make it fall. Thank you. Thank you. If I could rap, it would be even better, because then I could be like, I could put on the music and just get DMCA'd. Are we going to get another A main hit by Akimbo? We sure are. Here they go. Rifles out. Just trying to hit their shots. But every single time, it's not working out. Are they going to do it again? Obi does take down Bro, but the money for NRG is just too much. They've got their enemies' AKs. There's just nothing Akimbo can do. Cameron, good kill onto OC. That not going to open up this round because he doesn't have bomb, but 1 versus 3 on the AK. We might see something crazy here. I guess while we're waiting to see what happens, it does look like Bad News Capybaras have taken game number 1. No, wait. 18 to 16. So they need one more round to close out Mirage. Oh, Hax, don't. He's gonna... Oh, my goodness. The wall. Well, again, I was trying to give Akimbo the benefit of the doubt because a team with no data is a dangerous thing. Akimbo could have definitely had some crazy strats. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Akimbo, can you put one on the board here? 5 versus 2. Good couple of kills for OB. Oh, OC misses the shot. Wait, they might just reach the site, and we don't get a massive multi out of OC. So it's going to be up to George to keep NRG with no losses. Oh, he pulls out the nade with a smoke in front of him, and he can't hit the spray down. There it is. Akimbo finally picking one up. Took them a little while. And it does look like Bad News Capybaras have closed out the first map. They have won on Mirage versus Party Astronauts. They were just waiting for me to start doubting. Exactly. And now they're here. Now they're arrived. Flashbangs flying in. Oof. Man, losing that way, losing with the flash in your face, the smokes in your face, like it feels like it keeps happening. Has to hurt here for Akimbo. Like, the mental is going to definitely start to take hits. Hey, look. It's the inspiration for the MP9, the latte. Akimbo looking for something a little different. They're not going out A main this time. They're going down ramp toward B. There's 2 players here to greet them. It's going to be Hext and George looking for them outside, but that's the first kill for Cameron. And bomb number's going to be punched in. So there's a very real chance here. 2 versus 4, though. Not going to be easy whatsoever. But can't count them out. Although Laxi just dunked. So Obi going to have to pull this one off alone. 1 versus 3 to finish the fight. And OC ready for him. Going to be Akimbo. They got their 1. And NRG think that's more than enough. Isn't Train so pretty? You just pull on out and get the... I don't know. It's nice. Maybe on their CT side we'll get a comeback from Akimbo. Who knows? They're gonna have to do it flawlessly though. Ooh, although Hext peeking out a little bit early before the smoke. First one to fall, but Akimbo gonna get completely pushed back in back halls. Just an utter bulldozing by NRG. I'm picked up though. Cameron gonna have to do this all alone. 1 versus 3. Not gonna be easy. This game kind of been the bro show. A lot of showing out of George as well. And of course Nitro. Really the nice thing about NRG is it does feel like you get a lot from all of them. We can't forget the knife from Hext. That was nice. Oh, bro just sneaking up behind Cameron. Waiting for his moment to get a knife as well, but it will be denied. Oh, did I forget that emote? Oh, 10-1. And, yeah, NRG having quite a fun time for themselves. This is just target practice. Although, hold on, maybe a chance they try. Never mind. They try to walk past OC and he's just picking them all off. He's just like, what? There's more kills to get? Sure, I'll take them. Those are mine now. Just picking them up. He's like, hey, I'll take another kill as a treat. Just gonna be up to Cameron now in the 1 versus 4. And it's Nitro to close it out, so fair enough. Well, I guess let's see. Has the other game started yet? Doesn't look like the other game started yet. Yeah, so I don't think the comeback is happening here for Akimbo. Already, Cameron picked off. Laxi lit very down low. There's the Gush onto ZY as well, but he still picks off George. Wait a minute. 4 versus 3. Low HP on 2 of the Akimbo players, but they do have to get to the bomb here. And OC. Okay, never mind. The Glocks for NRG coming out strong here now that they've got the bomb down. 2 versus 3 for Akimbo to try to ring this one in, but it's not going to happen. It's a double for Hex, a 3K on the round, and that B bomb site is going down. Yeah, NRG, you missed Hex getting a knife kill. I'll clip that for you. I'll go back into the VOD and clip that for you. You can put it up on the socials. Unless somebody clipped it for me. Gotta clip the knife kills, chat. Alright, full weapons now for NRG, and I don't even know what to say at this point. If Akimbo gave me something to talk about, it would be one thing, but, you know, I gotta respect Cameron for bringing out the MAC-10. But, unfortunately, it doesn't work out. I'm glad to have you here. I'm glad you decided to stop by. And 13-1, okay.